Okay, so we're just going to start with some upright core activation to just prepare our bodies for doing plank. So to begin with, just looking down towards your feet and making sure that they're hip width apart and that they're parallel, and then lift and spread the toes a little bit and sink them back down and feeling through the soles of the feet. So the first thing we'll do is start to imagine the legs like drinking straws, and imagine drawing up from the feet up through the legs as if you're drawing water up through the earth, through your legs. And then you can release that. Now, just with your awareness, identify the area that's just at the top of the pubic bone and start to lift that area in and upwards as if you're pulling it in and upwards toward the navel. Now, with your sensational awareness, find your navel and draw that inwards and upwards towards the solar plexus. And then from the solar plexus, draw that area inwards and upwards toward the heart center. So you may have felt a little dropping of the tailbone and a lifting of the heart and a drawing up through the central line of the legs in all of that. Now, you can let all that go. Now with your sensational awareness, identify your two front hip bones, and you can touch them if you want to know where they are in space. And then the top of your pubic bone, or around the pubic mound, and then the tailbone. So we've got those 4 points. Now go inside the pelvis. Imagine those 4 points from inside the bowl of the pelvis, and it can help to close your eyes. And now imagine just gently drawing all those points smoothly together. So it's not a grabbing, it's a smooth gravitational pull or magnetization of the points toward one another. And then you can let that go. And then use your thumbs to find like the tips of your lower ribs, and then your index fingers or your middle fingers to find the tops of the hips. And then imagine just gently cinching or connecting those points from the inside. So there's not an actual pulling forward, but it's an internal relational connectedness that happens, and you'll feel this through a little bit through the rectus abdominis and through these through the muscles at the side of the core, so the obliques. I forgot my word for it then. And then so feeling that connection and then letting that one go. And then what we want to think is around this narrowest point of the waist, so the bit above the hip bones, a little bit above the hip bones, we want to imagine that you've got a corset on and that bit is cinching inwards and it's wrapping around. And then you can release that. So we'll go through all of those in order now. So to begin with, check the feet, make sure that they're parallel, lift and spread the toes and feel the feet into the floor. Then begin to drink up through the legs like drinking straws. Swallow up through the pelvic floor. Pull in and up just above the pubic bone. Pull in and up at the navel. Pull in and up at the solar plexus. Pull in and up at the heart center. Then feel those 4 points draw them together from the inside, rib to hip connection, and then wrapping and cinching through the waist. And see if you can hold all of those together now, and then release. One more time. Check the feet parallel, spread the toes, then start to drink up through the legs like they're drinking straws. Swallow up through the pelvic floor, pull in and up at the top of the pubic bone, in and up at the navel, in and up at the solar plexus, in and up at the heart center. 4 points of the pelvis, think about them from inside and gently draw them together. Rib to hip connection, and then cinching and wrapping through the waist. Hold it and release it. Shake the legs out a little bit, and then we'll move to a plank position in the next video.